Do you have any idea how many subscriptions you unknowingly pay for every month? You probably don't want to know the answer, so why not skip to the part where you use Truebill and identify where you can stop spending and start saving. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions, so you don't have to. Personally, I love Truebill. They've saved me about $600 so far. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/think. Go right now, truebill.com/think. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/think. Are you trying to eat a little healthier, feel a little better, and have an easier time in the kitchen? We found the easiest way to do it all, and our secret is Hungry Root. A fun short quiz is all Hungry Root needs to get to know you, your goals, and how you like to eat. Are you gluten-free? Noted. Do you like sweets? They'll keep it top of mind and get to work. Hungry Root will recommend groceries they think you'll love. Take their suggestions or choose what you want from the fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, and all the healthy snacks and sweets you'll ever need. Thank you, Hungry Root, for making this mama's life that much easier. Balancing motherhood, 2 boys, and running my businesses often leaves me lost in the kitchen. Sometimes I know what I want, sometimes I completely have no idea. So, Hungry Root has definitely made my life easier in terms of not having to think about what I want to eat and just surprising myself with meals. Right now, Hungry Root is offering Think Loud Crew listeners 30% off your first delivery and a free gift with every delivery. Just go to hungryroot.com/think to get 30% off your first delivery and choose your free gift. That's hungryroot.com/think. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you. Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. 3 moms get through with parenthood, relationships, and the WTF moments of our daily lives. My name is R.
And I'm Shanan.
And today, Cheyenne will not be joining us because she's super cool today and is at Disney World.
Oh, she's at Disney World today?
Yes, they went out for a birthday party of one of our dear friends, and they all went to Orlando. They had flight issues. Yesterday was a whole bunch of drama, so I'm sure Cheyenne was like super blown. All these Delta flights were getting canceled, and then they had them on, like, the 2 families on separate flights, and they ended up like buying new flights so that if one got canceled, they'd all be together, you know? And so, and then they were supposed to arrive early yesterday and then go to Disney World today, but they landed this morning and they're at Disney World today.
Oh, wow.
They got VIP tickets, so they get to go to the front on the lines. Like, they're living their best lives today, which I think is so well deserved. Like, they need this little break. And yeah. So that's where Cheyenne is.
And we're here.
We're here.
And you love us.
I'm here. But at the same time, Disney World with 2 small children sounds like
a lot. That sounds intense.
No, at this point, I've been to Disney World and Epcot Center when I was younger. And in all honesty, like, now that I'm an adult, I want to go as an adult without my kids.
Yeah, I've never been.
Just so I can experience it again. And then I'll do the whole, like, okay, now I'm going to do this with my kids. Or plan it out so where we go for, like, I don't know, a few days or something. Because there's so much to see. They're so big. But I just know that's going to cost like 3 arms and like 6 legs. Like, that's a lot of money.
I love that. The way you said 3 arms and 6 legs.
Yeah. Like, I only have 2 and 2.
Same.
And I'm carrying.
Oh, you're glowing.
Well, I took a shower today. So you're taking a nap.
The light is hitting your face a certain way, and it's just a vibe over there.
Well, I also just found out I needed to update my Zoom because my camera or like my camera wasn't as clear, and then it was like update your zoom, and then I was like, oh my gosh, is this how it's supposed to look? So
maybe that's me. I need to update my Zoom.
I'm gonna update Cheyenne's too, because we recorded on her computer last week, and I kept saying like, why are we so blurry?
I look blurry. You look like a little sunshine goddess over there eating your ice cream.
My skincare on, like my
Yes.
entire body. I'm feeling good. Boz is at school right now. And like I said, Zaire is upstairs chilling with my mom taking a nap. So I've got I took a shower.
Yes.
Now I'm sitting here eating ice cream bars, smiling
You
and
look
talking.
really relaxed. I'm loving the vibes.
Thank you. How are you doing? I feel like so first of all, we haven't seen each other. Yesterday was the first time we saw each other all month.
All month. And I think that's insane. I was feeling empty for a while because I'm like, where's my friends?
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in almost 3 weeks. Like
crazy. But I mean, it's life because like we've all been working our asses off. I feel like this month has been like a transitioning month of just life and growth and just everything. So it's not like a bad thing that we haven't seen each other, but it's still like
we were all on the move.
We were on the freaking move. We're still on the move, but
it's been, you know what it is? It's like, okay, when you're in life, like you'll be trekking, then you'll hit a wall. And you're like, do I break through this wall? Am I climbing over this wall? Like, am I finding a whole new path? Like, what's the deal? We all kind of hit that moment. And instead of trying to like break through the wall or go around it, like I felt like we literally we're climbing over it. Like, you know what? I'm not going to let this be a hurdle. I'm not going to let this take too much of my time. I'm not going to sit here and like just exhaust myself.
Yeah.
Trying to beat at it. Like, let me just step over this real quick and keep going because all three of us are moms on missions right now. Yes.
Because it's literally how I've been feeling these last couple of weeks. I feel like when you ask God for new doors to open, he will open them for you. And it's for you to open them. Because sometimes you'll get scared and like you just said, like, I'll go around this door and I'll find another way to get in. Instead, I feel like these last couple of months, I'm like, all right, I'm in that door. Let me head first. I'm there.
It's crazy. It's a crazy feeling.
Super crazy.
And
cool. Especially I feel like it's been hitting me more and more. Like being a working mom is a freaking superpower. And especially in our field, like we're all entrepreneurs and we're all our own bosses. So to be a working mom and to be your own boss, I feel like there's so much balance that has to take place. There's so much, am I doing the right thing for my family right now? There's guilt, there's all these different factors, but you have to keep going because that's how you're providing. So I for sure hit an emotional spot last week, and I just sat in my car like just wanting to cry, but I'm like, don't do it, Shannon. This is for Parker. Like, this is what you asked for. This is what
were you by yourself?
Yeah, I was.
Bro, you could have had that cry.
I was going
sometimes I feel like people think that crying is like a sad thing or like I'm exhausted, I'm emotional. Like crying sometimes is just like a just release of like happiness or joy. Like you're elated, like you're like, I really did that. Like I cry, like I won't cry in front of people, but like I do hella cry. And it'll be like good cries. And I'm like, I worked so hard for this. Like I've been praying for this. Like, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Like, thank you all. Like, thank you for like listening to me and like trusting in me also to continue in like my path or what I'm asking for or like, yeah. So you could have had that cry.
I know I should have, but I was on my way to a job, so I didn't want to have red eyes and look all crazy.
I'm like, what's wrong with this girl? And you're like, I'm really happy. I promise.
Thank you for booking me. Thank you for letting me come onto this job today. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you for remembering my name.
Right. No, but I feel like I'm really proud of the three of us. We're really kicking ass. I'm really proud of us.
It's this last month has been, by this last month, it's only been like 2 weeks. But these last 2 weeks have been kicking my ass. But it's I'm loving every moment of it. Like there's times where I look at my mom and I just like we'll just laugh with each other. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we doing the right things? Like, and it's not just with the kids, but it's with ourselves. Are we managing our time? Are we holding on to things? Like,
yes,
it's really cool right now. In terms of being a mom and like working with my mom, because I work with my mom every day.
Yeah.
And I'm also living with them right now. And during my transitioning period. But I'm loving it because it's just it's a multi-generational house. So for me growing up, my grandmother lived with my parents, and of course, me and Cheyenne were there. So it's like I was really close to my grandmother as my grandmother, and I got to see my parents working, and they were there to balance and help support each other in this journey. And it's like now I see it at times where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of doing the same thing where I'm like working with my mom, but it's also my kids get to enjoy their grandparents and their great grandparents on the regular. And to me, that's super special. Like that's not something you could pay for. Like that's no,
it's very special.
Yeah. But it's as I'm like making my trek, my upward trek, shit is steep. I'm like having these little moments of like breakthrough. So I totally understand where you're like, I wanted to cry, but like I just couldn't cry because I'm like, this is what I asked for. This is what I've been working towards. But I've definitely had little moments like those, and I've really had to do so much time management and not procrastinate, which is one of my biggest problems. Like, procrastination. So I've really been like making my little list, sticking to them, and just really just going for it. And those doors are opening, and I've been walking through like, oh yeah, this shit is cool. Like,
all right, what's next, God? What else do you have?
Like, you know what? And it's also like, yeah, I am supposed to be here. Like, this is what I bring forward. This is part of my truth. This is what I want. Like,
I think another cool thing, being a hairstylist, I meet so many different people, so many different energies in my chair. And it's been really cool to see that what I've been asking for myself, the people are sitting in my chair. So I've met somebody, so I was doing somebody's hair, and like at the end of our, we really talked sometimes my clients just sit there and rest. And then I asked her, I said, oh, what do you do for work? And she was a mind life coach. So I was
life coach?
Mind, like your mind.
Interesting.
So I was like, so tell me how that, like, what does that entail? I was like, I know what a life coach is. She's like, yeah, well, I teach people how to change the way they think and how you just rework your mind. And so she was sitting there and telling me how she coaches her clients and how she tells them, like, saying affirmations, like rewording your affirmations, even if in the back of your head you might say I'm a positive person, but in the back of your head you might be still telling yourself, no, I'm not positive. So she was just telling me, like, you might trick your mind by saying other stuff and then putting positive within those affirmations. So after she left my chair, like, I think the more and more I've been talking to myself a little nicer and trying to reword things, seeing life differently. I've been really like, that's my main focus these last, like, I just want to make sure my mind is healthy so I can be healthy just going forward. So I think I feel like I feel different. I feel I just feel a little bit lighter, and I want to continue to feel lighter within my journey of like growth, and with the doors opening, my confidence, just everything. So I feel like those are why doors are opening, why I'm feeling more emotional when the doors are opening. So I don't know. I'm feeling really great.
You're dealing with more, and it's like you've been preparing for this moment.
Yes.
So it's like that's why you're feeling it. Because one, you care, you know,
Yeah.
It has meaning to you, it excites you, it stimulates you. So that is super exciting.
Because even with the podcast, I love the growth that we have with the podcast, and like I want to see more with it, and like I feel like I'm just like, what can I do? What is this? What is that? And like learning, and I feed off of you and Cheyenne too, because you guys are, you know, you have the entrepreneur like within your blood, like seeing your parents and stuff like that. So me learning from you guys is like the biggest deal for me, because I find like I see how you guys work, and I'm like, oh, okay, like it's, you know, you just have to
So just keep going.
That part.
We don't know how to stop sometimes.
Your eyes. Yeah, you just have to keep going. You have to push yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, like you said, get to that door and just kind of like, I'm scared. What is it?
I'm excited to know that like I can go look up like a mind life coach though. Because I'm really into like reframing and like retraining my thoughts and like unlearning. So I'm kind of a nerd. I was, as you were telling it, I went and found this book that I read. And I tell you, the book was like this thick, but it's called The Owner's Manual for the Brain.
I love it.
But it's the ultimate guide to peak mental performance at all ages. And it's like on the cover, it has achieve happiness, improve sleep, maximize creativity, understand emotions, sharpen intelligence. Emotional IQ is so important, y'all. Increase willpower, gotta keep going. Manage stress, still working on that. Enhance memory, master new habits, and reverse aging. Like,
you just found this?
No, I read this.
You read it.
I still have it. Like, so when I would have like moments of like depression, or like when I was trying to literally climb myself out of a hole that I was in, I was like, okay, I'm doing the therapy, cool. I'm doing this, cool. But I was like, my thoughts are still not where they could be, or where they should be, or where I want them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this was when I was working on my whole like, so I have this like premise of like my little life mantra, my release, replenish, respect. And that release was like, you know, releasing emotions and all this stuff, toxins, toxicity, negativity, figuring all that out. And then I was replenishing like myself, because after you do that, you're exhausted and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel empty right now. Like, what do I replenish myself with? Like, how do I create my own happiness within myself? So that's when I was really like, you know, seeking and working on myself, and like trying different methods that would help reassure not just like my emotions, but like my mind, my spirit, my body, and then later turn into responsibility. So like my responsibility of how I'm like dealing with myself. So yeah, during that time, I was like, okay, I like spiritually, I'm good. Emotionally, like I'm on my way. I'm feeling better, but like mentally, I was still like in the trenches. Like, why do I feel this way? Or not why do I feel this way? Why am I thinking like this? Why do I think about these things? So yeah, I really went on this journey of like trying to reprogram, retrain, reframe, just readjust,
It's real.
my mind. So I'm about to look up a mind life coach. This is interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like I was sitting there in my mind. I was like, wait, can you just stay a little longer? Just keep talking to me.
I'm gonna just give you an extra hot oil treatment. Like
I legit was like, I don't want you to leave my chair right now. Because she was just going into like, I don't think she meant to go into deep, but for me it was deep because then she was talking about
you're open to it.
I was so open to it because then I was like, oh, and then she was talking about how like, how mind coaching for kids and like how as parents, we trickle into their minds and how they think about things and like how things stick into your brain and from a young age. And I was actually telling her like I had to retrain my brain from when I moved out, because for the longest time, the reason why I didn't move out my parents' house after I had Parker is because for the longest time I was told I wasn't ready or I didn't have enough money to move out. So in my brain, every time like I thought like, oh, okay, I'm ready, I'm old enough, like it's time for me to move out. But every time I would like bring it up to my parents, like, oh, look at this place, look at that, like, oh, do you have enough money for that? Are you gonna be stable? Are you gonna be okay? And then I would second guess myself and be like, nope, no, I don't. But when I did it, I had to retrain my mind, and it worked. It's so crazy what God will do, or just like the universe will do for you, because right when I moved out, like it was within months that
things were popping off for you.
Things were popping off.
God was like, sis, don't trip. I don't mean to tell Shannon's story right now, but I just need to know. I am part of I can testify on her testimony.
Yes.
Like things just literally like opened up and God was like, you know what? I'm proud of you for taking that risk. Now let me just carry you for a little bit. And I want you to go explore new things. And it was such a golden like transition for Shannon, where it could have been really like
really bad.
Oh my gosh, and stressful, like, and it was still stressful, like, but it was just it was like you went out on a limb, you took that risk, you made that jump, and you were like, oh my gosh, y'all, like I didn't have to climb on this weak ass branch that I almost died off of, but you're like, I just jumped onto this really solid ground and was able to figure out my footing. Oh, and then you were walking, and then God was like, oh, here's this really nice tree, you can eat from this.
That part, it was so crazy, just like
that was Shannon's journey.
It just really, it happened so fast, and like I cried, I was questioning myself every freaking day, asking Kyle and Cheyenne and Grandma Sam every freaking day, am I doing the right thing? Like, is my child gonna hate me? Like,
we wanted to fight Shannon because we were like, Shannon, you were good, stay solid. Like, this is like your backbone is getting solid right now. Like, just lean into it.
Solid. And it was all within me changing my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
My mind just, there was a switch and it said, no, Shannon, you freaking got it. Like, keep going, keep hustling. Everybody has your back. And that's when I realized I had a strong tribe. Like, you have to fall onto people sometimes when you're changing your mindset, when you're doing different things that you're not comfortable with.
I can speak to that.
It's all a switch in your mind and telling yourself and pumping yourself up and saying, you know what, I'm right here right now, but in giving yourself a time limit, even like you can do it. So like when I saw the mind coach, I was like, girl, okay, you're right. Like just retraining yourself it's a beautiful journey, and you just have to stick to it.
I feel like Dr. Bryant touched on this in our episode with her, where she was just talking about like shifting, you just shift your perspective.
The little shift, yes.
Yeah, it's a little shift, and it's like, it's not even, it doesn't have to be drastic. Like, it just starts with just the thought process,
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see this. This is exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for you too. I feel like you have a lot of things in the works, and things are for you as well.
I've been going a little crazy, but like in a good way. Do you have any idea how many subscriptions you unknowingly pay for every month? You probably don't want to know the answer, so why not skip to the part where you use Truebill and identify where you can stop spending and start saving. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions, so you don't have to. Personally, I love Truebill. They've saved me about $600 so far. I was paying for literally 4 subscriptions that I totally forgot about. Thank you, Truebill, for stopping all the madness. Truebill has over 2 million users and has helped them save over $100 million. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/think. Go right now, truebill.com/think. It can save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/think. So I'm like, what has happened in these last few weeks?
So much.
Oh my God. So Cheyenne, Zach, and I are launching a catering business together. And basically one day my mom came home, and we don't have a website up. Like, we haven't even written our bios. Like, we've talked about it. We did our paperwork, but like, we're still in the process of establishing the business and roles and, who's doing what, when, where, why, how, whatever. My mom came home one day and was like, "Oh, you guys have a party." I said, "What do you mean we have a party?" She's like, "I referred, someone called about catering." She's like, "I referred you guys." And I was like, "Okay." And there was so much going on with Cheyenne, Zach, me, Cheyenne, my mom, just in terms of all these work projects. And I should have been better with my communication with Cheyenne and Zach. It was a learning lesson for me. But it was also the way I am when we're entering a new project. Like, if it's something that I haven't done in a while, or if it's something that I haven't done, like, I have to go learn it. That's just how I operate.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I am. When we started doing YouTubes, it was like, I couldn't just go pay someone to go do YouTube. Like, I taught myself how to edit. So now I can edit. Now it's like, when I have someone giving me rates or something, I'm like, okay, I know this took me X amount of time. And I just have like a scale to like judge things off of, I guess, or base things off. So catering, we've done catering for ourselves 1,000 times over. I've done, when we had our contract at a nuclear power plant, I was the manager, and I managed over three employee cafeterias. And there were times where we would have like 6 to 8 catering events a day, different places on the site. So I know catering. Catering is not scary to me. But I just wanted to see what it was like nowadays in real time, because I haven't done it in a while. So I cooked all the food, did all the setup, I had hired staff. And it was for 25 people. Someone was graduating, or the woman who threw the party, her niece was graduating from med school from UCLA. So it was for Black doctors. So I was super excited to do it. And I was so like, it just made me feel really special. Shanan and Zach got a little mad at me because I didn't involve them as much as I should have, but everybody was so freaking busy, and I didn't really have time to communicate with them. So it was like, by the end of the day, it was like I did it by myself. But it wasn't like I was trying to do it by myself. It was just like, let me just knock this out, because I know y'all are hella busy, and like, I know I have questions about how we should structure this business, but I got to go see how this operates right now.
Yeah.
It was like a little test run at the same time. So it turned out to be really nice. People were very happy. I also learned that people don't eat as much as we do. Like they were like so like, oh my gosh, you really gave us a lot of food. Like, and it was
Why
the
did you
food
make them?
was good. So we had Cajun salmon.
Ooh.
Yes, I did a lemon garlic roasted chicken,
Mm-hmm.
which was really good. I've been doing all these different marinades lately. And so like, yeah, I'm
Was
like, oh,
yesterday one of them?
yes, it was.
It was bomb.
Yes, it was. By the way, y'all, I love to cook. Like,
When I
love
tell
to cook.
you, whenever Kyle invites me over to cook or she's cooking, I'm like, Parker, we're going to have dinner to Kyle's house right now.
It was yeah. So I had the salmon, the chicken. The girl really likes seafood, so I did king crab legs and I like cut them
Ooh.
and like my cousin came and helped. My cousin owns Oh My Burger. She's one of the co-owners at Oh My Burger, and she also does catering and she just knows restaurant food, everything. And she's just a good cook, period. But she seasoned that water like crazy. It was amazing. Boiled crab in there. I ordered a fondue kit so that they have the hot drawn butter with the crab.
Oh, you did it.
And then they wanted their request for garlic mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and oh my gosh,
Making
what
me
can I think?
hungry.
They wanted spinach, but I suggested not doing spinach because spinach does not hold well, like in
Yeah.
shapers or so I did it was sliced, it was like zucchini, the yellow and green zucchini and squash medley with sage and the Bermuda red onions in it. And it was really tasty. It was really yummy. I think I'm gonna send Maria some photos so that Maria can see what we did, just so
This
people can have a
sounds
taste of
amazing.
what CRZ events is to come. So yeah, but it was exciting. Like I did all the shopping for it. Like I forgot, I used to
You
do
were
it all the
hustling,
time.
but
Oh yeah, it was like I worked. It was a lot. And then the client didn't know what they wanted at first. Like at first they were talking about seafood bowl. And I'm like, yeah, but not everyone eats seafood. And they were like, oh, you're so smart. And then they were like, I'm like, it's my job to help you guys.
right, help you out.
Um, and then they wanted a steak and lobster at home sit down dinner. So then I was like, okay, that's what you want. I kept asking, what is your budget? And they're like, just let us know. So then I let them know, and then they were like, "Oh wow, that's great, but here's our budget." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you. Put a
That's
start
what,
with
thank you.
that." But it was like one of my mom's friends. We didn't have like our structure wasn't set up yet, so it wasn't like I could say like here, here's the stuff. So it was a little bit of like unnecessary back and forth, but it also let me know like what do I need to be able to provide like the client. And there's going to be different types of clients where there's some clients who are like, look, I don't care what the budget is, this is what I want,
Right.
make it happen. But then there's also clients who are like, I don't really know what I want, but like I kind of like this, I maybe don't like that. So then it's like, here are your options, like here's like a menu, here are different packages. Because like for me, when we do event planning, I'm gonna want control of the flowers, of all, anything where there's a table and a tablecloth, the bar area. So it's like they had their own bar, but the bartender came, like he didn't bring anything with him. I brought ice buckets, like I brought hella cups and stuff. Like I helped set up the bar area just because like to me it's reflective of all of our services, whether we're doing it or not. Like we switched out our tablecloths. Oh, and then we had a charcuterie board, which they really, really loved. Yeah. So it was nice. It was cool. I was happy that we did it. It was a great learning lesson. And now I have my questions for when I sit down with Cheyenne and Zach and say, how are we about to structure this business? I just didn't want to walk in there blind.
And how it all works.
Making up a structure on something that no longer applies, perhaps, so I'm excited. Yeah, that's something I've been working on. And then I'm finally getting my consulting website together. So I'm really excited about that. Because I've been giving away hella free information. And then I'm like, wait, I got 2 kids to feed. Like, hold on. You're good. I'm gonna get paid from the work that I'm putting out, all of it.
No, I hear you.
More.
I feel
Yeah.
like I like to hear that because I feel like I need to step up my menu of services. I feel like I'm always
Ooh.
kind of like shifty with my prices, and I'm a very sometimes I feel like I'm too nice with my services. When I'm
Yes.
meeting new people or I'm like getting a new client, I always feel like, well, so I feel like I need to have a solid menu when people
Have
come to
your base.
yeah,
Yeah.
my base.
And
So
that's
I
all I'm
think
making for myself is it's my base. And it's not to like be an ass, but it's like just out of respect to myself. This is where I am.
exactly
And
knowing
this
your
is what
worth.
I'm doing. Yeah. And my hard thing is I genuinely love helping other people. And like I can be so quick on the spot with ideas or thinking or talking things out. So
Yeah.
it's like I'll sit with someone and then I walk away and I'm like, damn it.
Damn, I just give you all the tea.
Yeah, but then it's okay because there's some people who come back and they're like, look, I love what you said. I would not be able to do that without your services. Like, how do I make this happen? Or there's some people who like go try and do it and then they come back to me and they're like, can you help me? And then it's like, I do crisis management. So
Right. I love that.
it's
That's
all good.
exciting.
Yes.
Really exciting.
Oh, you want to know what's the craziest thing that I've been doing lately?
What?
Is planning Cheyenne's bachelorette party, which is so much work. And like, I never knew so much stuff went into it, but I'm very thankful. Remy and Zaina have been holding me down.
Outfit?
Like, yeah, because there's just so many moving pieces. And and it's for Cheyenne. Cheyenne does so much for everyone around us. Like, it's like she's just not allowed to have like a
Wait, no.
basic bachelorette party. So I've been literally having to like
I can only imagine the stuff you have to figure out.
I'm calling people, like asking
Texting
for
everybody.
referrals, like, but you know what? People have been coming through, and
Have
it's yes, it's been really nice because like I can be really shy sometimes asking for like talking to new people, but it's also asking for things sometimes can be like a foreign feeling when it comes to people outside my family. So it'd be like, getting to certain hosts or promoters or PR people or like
yeah.
I've really had to put on my big girl pants. But at the same time, it felt really good. And it's like some of the things I've gone through, some things I'm still working on. And it's also reminded me like, girl, you're good. Like, you know how to do this too.
Right. That's part of party planning too. That's crazy. I could
but it's
hands down. I give it to you, girl.
Yeah. And it's like probably. And it's like 20 people. So it's not like, oh, here's 7 of us going, or it's a lot of moving parts, and there's people coming from different cities, different states.
I didn't think about that. That's a lot of people.
Yes. So figuring out like accommodations and figuring out dinners. And then there's some places that only have private rooms, but then it's like, oh, here's our minimum. But then it's like, there's all this extra stuff that I'm like, I want all of this. And then there's Cheyenne's request list where it's like, I want a hot pink limo.
That part.
I want to do this. I want to do that. And I want this there.
For me.
And I'm like, okay. Luckily,
you got it.
Got it. We're going to Vegas. We're going to Las Vegas. So luckily there are a lot of hot pink limos out there.
Does it have to be a certain type of limo? Does it have to be like a hot pink Hummer?
I found a hot pink Hummer. There's like a hot pink Stretch. Like there's a few hot pinks out there. So
there's a few hot pinks.
Yeah. we've got options. So yeah, but it's been a lot of work. And then it's like, we have the accommodations now. It's like who's who and who's in what room. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm tired.
You guys are gonna ask this. If I'm going,
Shannon is definitely invited. Shannon will be there. Be ready for all of our YouTube recaps, TikTok ticking away videos, all our Instagram videos.
Is Shannon invited? Yes.
Gosh.
It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to buy all my outfits.
Oh yeah. And then that's the other thing. Like we're having coordinated outfits. So there's like, there's Cheyenne knows some of this stuff, so I can share with y'all. But it's it's not like, oh, we're just gonna go out and we're all wearing all black, but it's like Cheyenne's wearing black and we're all in snake prints. Like, or there's one night where we're pink, we're all pink. Cheyenne wants a pink day. So it's like we're all wearing pink. Cheyenne's in glitter, glitz and glam, silver, rhinestones, bedazzled. Like
I cannot wait for that day.
the effing disco ball. I'm like, yeah. So this is like this is Shy's last hoedown. We've got cowboy hats going on. Like there's all this stuff, and then there's day parties. It's figuring out which day party to go to. Like,
your face. Oh my goodness.
Like when I tell you, like I've really been making phone calls and like asking, like reaching out, but it's but then I forget, like we got cool friends in random places, so they're able to like really be like, hey, this is the person you need to talk to, and then I'm like, hi,
please help us.
We need you. No.
I love it. I can only imagine. Like I'm super excited because from our last Vegas trip, this will be our second time like having fun in Vegas with like a group of girls. Like this is exciting to me. Like I'm super pumped.
I'm hyped. We've gotten like some really cool stuff for our goodie bags. I'm like, if there are any brands out there who are bachelorette or female oriented, there's like 25 of us. If y'all want to be in our bags, our bachelorette weekend. So yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have all our typical Vegas photos. I'm getting us all matching outfits. You got to start thinking of your nickname. We all need nicknames.
Oh, a nickname. Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll have like their nicknames. I told Cheyenne she should be the one that nicknames us, and she was like, "I'm not that creative. You do it." I was like,
"Oh."
I was like, "But you are." She was just tired and irritated and didn't want to be bothered with me. But I'm coming back for her. I just got to get her in a better mood. Oh, I'm definitely coming back for her. And I'm saying, no, you're naming us. Like this is
your thing.
You gave us your request. This is our one request besides you showing up and having lots of fun and trusting all of us.
Name us, girl.
Name us. Like
I love it.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited.
Me too.
How's Parker?
Parker's good. So one of the reasons why I haven't seen these beautiful ladies in a long time, or Kyle, is because Parker got not a second one. I am jealous.
I brought two. I'm telling you, we've been getting all these great food boxes, y'all. But somebody needs some ice cream.
Please.
It's hot. It's summertime. The kids love them.
So Parker has been good. I was really sad because he ended up getting COVID 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It started off, it was actually kind of scary at first because he had a really bad fever for maybe 3 days. And then it ended up being a really bad sore throat where I didn't know he had COVID yet, so he went back to school because he was feeling fine. And when I picked him up, when I tell you guys, I've never seen, because Parker usually, something's wrong with him, he'll kind of like brush you off and be like, I'm okay, and like be annoyed with you. But right when he got in the car, when I picked him up, he just started sobbing. And he just kept saying, my throat hurts, my throat hurts, my throat hurts. And right immediately I took him to urgent care, and to find out that he had like just a really, they thought it was strep, but it didn't come out as strep and ended up being, I guess he just had a bad cold and COVID and all that. So that kind of put a damper on my week. But then he just felt good. So we had to miss Ace's first birthday party, which I was so sad about. I missed everybody. I feel like I never miss a birthday party for the kids. So I was just so sad.
Shannon was so sad, but at the same time, she was like, I had to go to urgent care for Parker. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on?
You guys, that week was just such a shambles. Like,
mind you, she's sending Parker like in full dress suits where he's dressing himself at his grandparents' house. Like, this little man felt just fine, was like, I'm gonna wear my Sunday's finest. So I remember seeing a picture one day, and the next day Shannon's like, just left urgent care. And I'm like, wait, what happened so fast?
oh my God, you guys. It was just a whirlwind. And in that same week, the day, like I had a full day of work, came home.
In Malibu.
Yeah. I had to go to Malibu twice that week. Like, when I tell you guys, Malibu is not nowhere close to out the Pasadena. It's an hour and 15-minute drive, and even longer going back home.
Traffic is horrendous coming from Malibu.
It's ridiculous. But I came home from Malibu, freaking thought a shout. Like, I came in my apartment, like wondering why my house sounded like there was a shower going on. Really confused. Going to my bedroom, my whole bedroom flooded.
Yeah.
After a long day,
I've already heard these stories, but I'm gonna pretend and do my original reaction.
Whole bedroom flooded. I and I was just like, okay, like, God, what's going on?
Yeah. What's this message?
What is literally? But to me, that message was like, maybe Shannon, it's time for you to find another freaking apartment. Like, so I don't know, like that might be in the works, but now everything is fine in my bedroom and everything is good. But that was a lot for me and Park, and he was still quarantining. He was like, Mom, I want to end, and school is supposed to end. And it was just so freaking much.
Are you trying to eat a little healthier, feel a little better, and have an easier time in the kitchen? We found the easiest way to do it all, and our secret is Hungry Root. A fun short quiz is all Hungry Root needs to get to know you, your goals, and how you like to eat. Are you gluten-free? Noted. Do you like sweets? They'll keep it top of mind and get to work. Hungry Root will recommend groceries they think you'll love. Take their suggestions or choose what you want from the fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, and all the healthy snacks and sweets you'll ever need. Spend less time shopping and cooking and more time enjoying healthy food that you'll actually love with Hungry Root. Thank you, Hungry Root, for making this mama's life that much easier. Balancing motherhood, 2 boys, and running my businesses often leaves me lost in the kitchen. Sometimes I know what I want, sometimes I completely have no idea. So, Hungry Root has definitely made my life easier in terms of not having to think about what I want to eat and just surprising myself with meals. I also am being mindful of gas and not driving to the grocery store, in there for however long I'm there, and I get to come home and be a mom. Right now, Hungry Root is offering Think Loud Crew listeners 30% off your first delivery and a free gift with every delivery. Just go to hungryroot.com/think to get 30% off your first delivery and choose your free gift. That's hungryroot.com/think. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
But fast forward, Parker is amazing. Playing hockey.
Tell us about hockey. I know you guys just had a big hockey weekend.
Yes, he had his first real game. it was cool because he had practice, and then one of the coaches for the for seasonal, like for competitive hockey, reached out to me, and his dad was like, oh, would he like to play a real hockey game? But it's in Valencia. Do you guys want to drive to Valencia to play this game against another league? And at first I'm like, hell no, I'm not driving to freaking Valencia for hockey. Like, no. And then my dad was like, Chey, but he really loves hockey. You have to go. So we ended up going. Parker had a freaking blast. I'm so happy that we went, and I put on my big girl panties and was like, all right, we're going to Valencia.
So when Shannon told me this story about how the coach saw Parker and called her, I was like, in my head, I didn't say this out loud. I was like, I'm so proud of Parker. Parker, from one of our first episodes, I think I called Parker a kindergarten dropout. This is like, I would say Parker went from being a kindergarten dropout to a first grade recruit. There we go.
Aww.
Parker was, yeah, because it's not like he was in that competitive league at the time. Like, no, he was invited to come play. So they were like, oh, the whole little man has some heart. He's enjoying what he's doing on the field, or what is the ring on the ice. There we go. Not on the field, not on the ring. Don't even know what that means. Yeah, they saw something in him. So I was like, go Shannon, go Parker. And I just love, like, if there's one thing about Shannon's been very consistent with Parker and his hockey. And I know as a parent, like, yes, you put your kid in programs, you really take them, but it's like, there's times where it's like, y'all go on a Sunday. On a Sunday, I'm like, boss, what would you like for me to order you today? Like, mom does not want to cook. I'd cook every Sunday, but I'm like, in my head, like fantasy land, I'm like, cozy. I want to do nothing on Sunday but listen to gospel music and clean up.
And I think that's what threw me off when they asked me, like, oh, like, do you want to come out on Sunday? And I'm like, in my head, like, no, that's my, like, like, in my head, I was like, do you understand what the week looked like? Like, but I'm like, okay, I found myself like, oh, I'm about to be this committed parent in a sport. Like, it kind of hit me when I was there. Like, oh, this is
it starts this young.
Right. Like, am I going to be the competitive parent, or am I going to be that, like, maybe we'll do it, maybe we not. So this was like a taste of like league and, you know, driving to sports and being really into it. So I just kept asking Parker, I'm like, are you sure you want to go? He's like, Mom, but you already signed me up. I'm like, but are you sure you want to go? He's like, but Mom, I love hockey. Here we are. Never mind.
Oh my
God. It's interesting to see what your kid likes, because everyone keeps asking me, like, why hockey? Why hockey? And I feel like I've explained it so many times on the podcast. I'm like, it started with Mighty Ducks, and I thought it was not real that he really wanted to play hockey, but it's real. And when you hear your kid, they want to do something, I suggest that you at least let them try.
Yeah. Messier doesn't know that he has a guitar on his way to his house for Boz. Boz keeps telling me, yes, Boz legit keeps telling me that he wants to be a rockin' star. And yeah, and he goes, Mom, I'm gonna have spiky hair. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll say, you're gonna have spiky hair? And then he'll be like, actually, no. I'm gonna have curly hair or big hair. I'm gonna have spikes on my guitar. Oh, so he describes this black and white guitar to me. Sometimes it's all black, but it has a strap so I can hold it.
I love him.
And I'm gonna play it, and it's gonna have spikes. So I need to order some spikes off of Amazon or something. So
I need to order some spikes.
I'm gonna customize his guitar. But yeah, I found a company that has like small guitars, and they have acoustic and electric in his size. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm also ordering a karaoke machine for his house. I'm about to be like,
let's get ready for some noise.
quiet is kept. He I don't think he'll mind at all, first of
I
all.
don't
Like
think.
he's gonna love it. And we're in the car, like he'll play songs and I'll get my karaoke on. Like I like to rap and freestyle or sing the songs. But I need the lyrics because I'm not memorizing any songs. I do not have the bandwidth. But I'll be sitting there for hours, like blah 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 blah.
I love it.
Oh yeah. So me and the boys are about to go to DC for a month.
Yes. I love that for you.
Yeah, so was it someone the other day? So I posted a picture. I've been trying to like encourage Messier to like post his videos and like create some content because
I saw that.
he trains and he works out people, but he also eats. Like he has a really like nice lifestyle. Like he eats well, like he eats great food. Like so I keep telling him he needs to do something with his fitness and food. I'm like, people love fitness and people love food. And you're a dad, like, you know, I understand we have our situation, but like you're not missing a beat still, you know, you're still we talk every single day.
The way Maz eats, I wish I could eat his food.
So good. Yeah.
He posts his food. And Maz doesn't eat meat, so like, but he doesn't skip a meal. Like
no,
delicious meal.
The last time I was out there, I was on my like F you Messier, like leave me alone. And I didn't cook dinner for 2 nights. Like one night I went to my cousin's house, and then the night before that, oh no, what happened? I was at his mom's house and he was like, his mom cooks all this food. He was like, can you please bring me a plate home? And I was like, yeah, I'll bring you a plate home. I didn't bring him no plate home. And then I went to my cousin's house and I went to her house and I ate. And then he was like, oh, I just can't wait to eat that plate. And I was like, oh my God, I did not bring any food. Like, bro, I have no plate. And he was like, stop messing with me. And I was like, didn't bring it. Like,
I didn't bring you food, sir.
He was so mad. And then the next day I didn't cook dinner because I was still mad and I was pouting. I was like, I'm on strike. And then he was like, the heck? Like, I've been eating dinner in 2 days. And I was like, bro, you feed yourself every night when I'm not here. Like you are okay. Like you are just fine. But no, other than that, that man does not miss a meal unless I'm there and I'm on strike. That's the only time he doesn't eat. I'm like, what?
Do you want that are special?
Hi. But he feeds me so good. Like he gets really good food. Like that makes me so happy. Like food wise, we are very compatible. Like
very.
Thank God. Thank you.
Do you think this time around Boz will try different things that you guys will eat?
I am hoping so. So his mom and I have plans. Like there's a few like staple dishes that I really want to learn how to cook. And there's some dishes that Messier wants of his mom. So I'm like, and I want the boys to like know like Nigerian food. And I love African food. I love Nigerian food. I'm like, yeah. So I love that. I am set on learning how to make stew, like just as like a base. Like let me learn how to make some stew. Once I learn that,
please record it.
I will. I will.
You should have like a session with his mom and record both of you and like.
I want to. So
dialogue together.
That is my plan. I have like some Ring cameras out there at Messier, so I'm gonna take them to her house and like cook with her in the kitchen, set them up and record it. But like with my grandmother, with Nana has been teaching me how to make gumbo for like the last 5 or 6 years. But it's the first time we did it, like I recorded, we recorded her making it and all this stuff. But now it's when I record us, I'm making it and she's like my sous chef. Whereas before I was her sous chef. So it's I just want to do the same thing here, just to have those memories for myself and also for the boys so that they can cherish those moments. And someone that feeding them some stew in 10 years, they're gonna be like, dang mom, this stew is smacking. Or as Parker would say, Parker's new word this last few weeks has been bussin'. So they're gonna be like, damn mom, this is bussin'. I'm gonna say, I know, I got that from your Nona. Your Nona taught me how to make this. Like, and they're gonna be like, oh, let me see. And then I'm gonna show them the video and they're gonna be like, dang mom, if yours was busting, her must have been like amazing, because it's gonna be that good. So I'm excited to learn how to finally make some African dishes.
That's so exciting. I love that for you.
Yes. Oh, but I was laughing because I posted, so like I'll edit the videos for Messier. He'll send me stuff or I'll be like, oh, you should do this. And I'll edit them. and he'll post it, and I reposted it, and some girl was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, she was like, do we hate him this week or not? And I want to say, she's like, I listened to the podcast. Like, but I had a few people who were like, I come from the podcast and I just don't know how I feel about this. And I want to say, look, I may have my issues with Messier at times, but like Messier is never going anywhere. 2, that's my children's father, and I will forever love that person. Like, I don't care. So there's, and 3, like, I don't care. And 3, like, I can be mad at him, but y'all have no reason to be mad at him. So encourage that man to keep posting those workout videos. Give him some.
Encourage that man.
Encourage him. Yes. Yes. Because I'm trying to work on my content creation, and I need him to work on his so that I can like pitch us to companies together. And like, to me, he's like, his physique is great. Like, he's in shape. He's healthy. I think he'd be really good with like different fitness brands. So like, I need y'all to go on Messier's page, MEEZ214, and tell him this is such a great like workout. Keep going.
You better promote him, girl.
Yes. Like,
I love that energy.
We all eat together.
I love that.
Eat together, you know, like, we cool. We're cool. Even if we weren't cool, we all eat together. Like,
I love us. I love it so much.
Yeah, I'm excited to go out there. I miss him. Like, he misses us.
No, I'm really happy for you guys. I feel like this will be a good bonding for you and Mez, bonding for the kids, and for Mez to have that time and them to see their Nona. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. It'll be great. I'm excited.
It'll be great.
Yeah, everyone keeps going, don't come home with another kid.
I know, I for sure told you that yesterday. I just feel like baby 3 is about to come.
No.
Put that in the universe.
Please don't. No, it's crazy though. Like, Boz, every now and then he'll be telling me some story, and then he'll be like, yeah, my brothers were trying to come. And I'm like, what?
Hey, I believe a different type of sense. They are very pure. I feel like maybe Boz is onto something, but you know.
No.
You said no.
Not yet. Not yet.
I hear that. Your face.
Not now. We need to buy a house first.
Amen.
Yes. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to come get my hair colored from you this week, Shannon.
Yes, you are. I'm excited too.
Yes.
I'm ready for you to be platinum, right?
Platinum.
I'm ready for you to be platinum.
Platinum, baby. Because right now, I don't know what this is. If Cheyenne was here, Cheyenne might say I got some top ramen on my head. That's what Cheyenne calls my hair when my hair gets a little bit of curl, and it's like,
don't be a hater.
You know, she's my little sister. That's will forever be her position and her role. It's funny because not like I'll be reading people's comments. They're like, Cheyenne, you're so mean to your sister. I want to say, do y'all not have a little big sister relationship with something?
That's so funny you said it, because I read those comments and I'm like, if you guys only knew, like, I don't have a sibling, but I watch you guys and you guys love each other so freaking much. I just think people see like snippets of like Cheyenne being sarcastic.
Sarcastic? Yeah. And Cheyenne knows I'm sensitive. Cheyenne just likes to mess with me at times.
Right.
Like, he's literally being like a little sister. But there's times where I read the comments and I'm like, nah, she's so loving. And then there are times where I'm like, that bitch. Yeah, right. Gosh, Cheyenne.
Too funny. I love that you're still laughing.
It's so funny to me. It's such a real, like, you know, that's a sister thing, I guess. A sibling, like
siblings. But you guys, we're gonna end. Do we have any advice or a WTF? I know we shared a lot, you guys, but do we have any advice or a WTF? or a moment that you didn't share. Yeah, a moment you didn't share, you want to share.
Yeah, I have a moment I would like to share. Ryan, will you do a TikTok for us? Oh. I told Ryan, I said, Ryan, if I have a moment I don't know what to talk about, I'm just gonna refer to you.
I'm gonna refer you.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some.
Hi Ryan, I love you.
Hi Shanan, I love you too. Ryan was wondering if she was gonna be in the frame. And I was like, I'm just gonna direct it to your way. No, because I'm trying to get my TikTok, like, you know what I really want to do? Okay, this is kind of like my word of advice. For me, I'm like trying to learn about content creation, but like I honestly don't have the time, capacity, or bandwidth to sit here and just make videos all day. But I've been trying to figure out where I can fit in to get in type, interview. So I was like, ooh, I really like these audio clips. So I've been trying to come up with different audio clips that I could record and make a video with. And then I'll make the video because I don't know. I want to make an audio clip. So yeah, I've been making these little audio snippets. So pretty soon, y'all, when I have some time when I'm in DC, be ready because your girl is gonna try and do a few things. Yeah.
I love that.
I'm gonna be releasing a few things. So yeah, I guess my advice is fit in where you can get in.
I love it.
Thumbs up. Away. What you have for us, Shanan?
What do I have for y'all? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, do I have a WTF? I feel like I already told y'all all my WTFs within the episode. Fucking getting flooded. Freaking everything. My word of advice was what I touched on earlier is redirect your mind and get in tuned with yourself. Go outside barefoot, go ground yourself. Get in tuned with just your emotions, yourself, love yourself, and redirect your mind.
Mm-hmm. Learn how to sit with yourself and be still.
Yes. And love on how you talk to yourself. Talk to yourself different. Try that this week. I think that would be my word of advice.
I like that.
Different this week.
So let's end this episode with a big I love myself and I am proud of myself for taking on each day as I should. I'm leaving it very open.
Yes, I love that.
Very, very open.
Very open.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in with us again on the Think Loud crew. You can find us on your favorite podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, all those good, juicy things. Think Loud Crew again. You can also find us on our website, thinkloudcrew.com, where we've got merchandise. We've got all our episodes listed. We would love to see and hear what kind of products or merchandise you would like from us as well. Or do you guys want candles? Do you want... what do you want so that we can actually
with somebody?
Yeah, we can give you the option to make a purchase while supporting us, but also receiving an item that you genuinely like you or want to use
from us.
Yeah. Do y'all want a towel, bath towel? We got our hats. Do we want hats? So let us know what you want there. And then also don't forget to go follow us on Instagram at Think Loud Crew and tell your crew about our crew. I'm so corny. And then thank you for listening. Again, my name is Kylin, and you can find me on Instagram at Kylin.
And I'm Shanan, and you can follow me at Hair by Shanan C. And I really appreciate you guys. This was a great episode with us too.
And big shout outs to Cheyenne, who is at Disney World right now. We can go look at her Instagram at Shy Not Shy, and maybe she'll bless us with some fun Disneyland photos so that we can get out of our little worlds for a second.
Yes, bless us with some good content, please.
What's going on outside? Literally. Okay. Love you,
guys. Love you.
Ciao.